Thanks for again for coming out. I know it's tough times for everyone, but the fun thing now is that we are in a green market, and so I actually changed. We heard the slogan "Design Green, Build Green, Live Green." I sent out a newsletter yesterday to a bunch of builders and remodelers that we, instead of live green, we incorporated sell green, because green buildings these days, and we'll talk about this in a second, certified homes are selling twice as fast and they're selling closer to the value that you're asking for. And we've got statistics to show that since the last 6 to 8 months, and that's when we're officially in the recession, green buildings are selling for more, and that's the exciting times. What do we want to talk about today? And we're giving 2 classes. The first one is advanced mechanical systems. Most of you, I recognize you from the building industry, and you already know about some of the basics of green building. However, when you get into this more advanced mechanical systems, it does get a little confusing. It took me about 3 to 4 years to do all the research, figure everything out for myself, and actually brought some of my staff to go over some of the other systems. Tim Uzar, he is our in-house HVAC salesperson and engineer, where he's going to go over the geothermal. There are a lot of good systems out there, and we want to give you enough knowledge to be able to take this back, incorporate this into your building process as it does make sense for you. So in today's presentation, I'm going to talk about who we are, why go green and why certify green, balanced green designs, and then we're going to get into the core presentation, advanced solutions, and the paybacks on those solutions. So we're going to cover solar thermal, geothermal, solar power, solar pool heating, and I've got a green case study for you that has most of those systems in it, and then we'll open it up to questions. So who is Fresh World? Well, the Hoots Group was founded in 2005, mainly because I didn't see a lot of green renovating happening out there, and also high-end luxury green contractors weren't promoting that, so I saw this void in the market. We opened up our company, and immediately people started flocking to us because we were green. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult, and I thought I was going to hurt myself by being green. However, our company's been growing either double or triple digits every year because of that since 2005. And so Fresh World is the Sustainable Solutions Division of the Hoots Group. And Fresh World, what Fresh World does and why Fresh World, people kind of got confused between our energy efficiency and our building divisions. So we established Fresh World this year, and what Fresh World does is does all the subcontracting to builders, remodelers, and our homeowners to help them with these advanced mechanical systems. Here are some of the solutions that we offer, and the first 5 are ones that we offer to other builders and remodelers: solar thermal, geothermal, solar pool heating, solar hot water, wind power. And for some of our homeowners, we offer window and door replacement, insulation upgrades, water efficiency, and energy assessments. And what's fun about this list right now, and we'll go into this a little bit later on in the presentations, every one of these components right now is either eligible for a tax credit, rebate, grant money, or incentives from your local EMCs. So in this climate, if you have clients and if you want to promote green building and living, there's money out there to help you with a sale. We also do design build, and we do green innovations through our design build firm, Sawhorse. Some of our credentials and why we're qualified to give this presentation: we were Earthcraft Renovator of the Year 2008. We built Ecolumina. It was the 2008 showcase house. This year we're doing a renovation, an Earthcraft renovation. Last year was a lead house. This one's an Earthcraft renovation. We have a licensed HVAC designer on staff, master plumber on staff. We've completed the most green innovations in Georgia, completed the most energy assessments for Georgia Power, and we're also a local expert in the residential rebates for going green, plus close to 100 local and national design awards. The funny thing about the most green renovations and the most energy assessments is, yes, we've completed the most, but I don't think we've completed enough. I think it's because we're one of the only ones doing it, and what we want to do is give you guys the tools and the knowledge so you guys can do the same thing. If you're remodeling, we want to encourage you to do all green remodeling. It doesn't cost more, it's just about going down a different checklist and doing some things differently, in many cases, things that are going to save you money. So there's more to green than efficiency. And I put a little thing on the bottom that says, however, efficiency is the biggest part of green. So if you're going through your green checklist, most of the points you're going to get for your green certification is your insulation, HVAC, building envelope, and how your house performs. Is probably between 50 to 80% of the certification. However, Green is also more durable. When I was building spec houses for a few years, the appraiser came out and I looked at how long he rated the house. He said this house should last about 30 to 35 years. I'm like, I can't believe I'm building a house that's only going to be last 35 years. So if somebody refinances it after 10 years, it's going to fall apart before the end of their term. That's not fair. So green building is more durable. It's going to last longer. Most green buildings are going to last at least 50 years, and the ones we designed to last about 100 years. So energy efficiency is a big component. They're also more comfortable. Most people, when you're more energy efficient, you have better mechanical systems. When you have, when we just try and incorporate this holistic green principle, they're more comfortable. They're also healthier. And those are things that you can put a value on if you want. However, with our clients, to be more comfortable, if they have an uncomfortable room in the house, they don't ask what the payback is on their comfort. I mean, what's the payback of having your spouse not yell at you because you have an uncomfortable room? On my house, my wife was complaining about this one room, and I'll show a picture of it later, that was constantly just getting beat up by the sun. We're in an existing house. And so I actually brought my staff over, we fixed my house, tuned it up a little bit so it's more comfortable. Did I care how much it cost? Well, cost was a concern. However, peace of mind is a lot more of a concern to me. Healthier, and I've got a funny story for healthier as well. A builder friend of mine said that his client opted not to go with or low VOC paints. They didn't want to pay the $300 upgrade on this house. Well, I found out that the client actually had to call in sick for 2 weeks straight because they had a chemical reaction to not going with the low VOC paints, and found out the person actually, their billing rate was more than $300 an hour. So between not paying for the green option, they could have saved thousands of dollars just by spending a couple $100 for a healthier component, which has to do with the indoor air quality, and all of these reduced environmental impact. Does anybody know the primary source of energy here in Georgia? I'm sorry, like how do we, like what is the fossil fuel that gives us the most energy? I heard it up front. Coal. Well, the more efficient the house is, the less coal that we have to burn to power these houses, and therefore we have less pollution in the air, less carbon emissions in the air, which has to do with cleaner outside air. So if you have a greenhouse that's more efficient, you're not only helping indoor air quality, but you're helping outdoor air quality.